season was a good one. The game's on the up and up. This year it'll be even better. True, we've lost some giants, they were a credit to the game. But we've also found some young'uns, they promise to be the same. That's what the big game's all about, it happens every year. We lose a few of our heroes, but find others who know no fear. We see them giving all they know, we see them giving their best shots. It's whether I'm known or famous, you gotta give it all you got. That season was a good one, we saw a big man walking tall. But who will it be this year to collect the greatest prize of all?
Good evening and a very brisk welcome to Nosey Road for tonight's rearranged fixture, Stonesbitter League Championship clash where Saints entertain Hull. A very blustery day, certainly looks a touch of rain in the air, but a big cheer as the Saints come out, led out tonight by the matchday mascot who is Mark Genyon. He's 13 years of age, he attends Rainford High School. Plays all sorts of sports at school, nothing in particular. He does compete in the rugby at Rainford High and that. His favourite players here at Saints are Phil Beavers and Shane Cooper. And he was out there with Shane Cooper, Saints captain and caretaker coach, before Saints New Zealand newly appointed coach takes over. What a big day for young Mark there. There he goes up to centre field with the captain and one of his favourite players, Shane Cooper. He's a big lad, Mark, isn't he, for 13? Referee Holdsworth there, and Noel Cleal, captain for Hull. And the Saints team tonight: 3 Bailey, 4 Beavers, 5 McCormack, 6 Holding, 7 Devine, 8 Evans, 9 Arkwright, 10 Bateman, 11 Farber, 12 Jones, 13 Cooper, 14 Andy Fairclough, 15 Roy Haggerty. The Hull side: number 1 Gay, 2 Eastwood, 3 Blacker, 4 Price, 5 Turner, 6 Pearce, 7 Mackey, 8 Dannett, 9 Jackson, 10 Harrison, 11 Cleal, 12 Wellham, 13 Walker, 14 Charles and 15 Dixon. So both captains out there centre field, the referee Holdsworth just giving him the orders, what he expects. And there's the Saints, a matchday mascot, Mark Genyon, making his way over to the main stand side to take his position in the stand with his mum and dad. Let's just hope Saints can get it together, same as they did on Sunday. We're back in league action, Stonesbitter League Championship action, and we certainly need the points. We've let 6 points slip through over the with the Christmas period, and then going down to Leigh at Tilton Park the other Sunday. But back, as I say, in league action, we went up to Hull. That was a midweek clash, and we got a result at Hull. Let's see if we can put it together tonight. Hull kick-off. Saints bringing it up to the 25. Neil Holding, acting half-back. Chris Arkwright now, makeshift hooker. Injury to Paul Groves. Had a cut leg, I believe, in Sunday's cup clash. Unfortunately, he got sent off, but if you watch the video again, there was nothing in it. Certainly, St John Ellis, before he got his marching orders, he took a dive. You can see clearly that loose forward John Joyner, he goes over to St John Ellis. He tells him to get down and lie down in the, till he receives treatment. But there's nothing in that tackle at all. And if Groves gets suspended, well, it's going to be an injustice. But it's Saints kick right upfield, get Hull in their own 25. Got to contain them there. Good solid tackling and a good display from the Saints tonight. Solid tackle from Farber, super crunching chest tackle there, and he bangs his man down. It's all now to Pearce. You can bet this Welsh, ex-Welsh rugby union, he'll peg us back, but superbly taken there by David Large. Arkwright now, well, all offside. Referee Holdsworth not paying attention there on his right hand side, and he just wasn't looking. Top class referee should have a bit more control of the game at this early stage. Paul Jones, second row forward, coming onto a short ball from Neil Holding. Hull moving up very quickly. No doubt the early 10 minutes will be the tester, but it's Farber bursting through. Oh, Connolly coming with him, he just couldn't give it. There's Bateman as well, and certainly until Devine scored that try on Sunday, certainly Bateman looked a prime contender for the man of the match. But Saints kick it up again into the Hull 25, solid tackling. Loose ball there. As the tackle count waved off, referee Holdsworth there, he's saying the Saints player has kicked it back into Hull hands. So another 6 tackles, but they're in their own 25. Well, the short ball, it was a mile forward, wasn't it? Referee Holdsworth right there, and he saw it. As the Saints cover defence was coming back there, Kevin McCormick and Mark Bailey. Gary Connolly was there in position. But the first scrum of the match now. And Sean Devine, after that superb game against Castleford last Sunday, and the ball comes out Saints side. Saints spread it quickly to the left. Beavers. I didn't expect to see Beavers tonight. Rumours circulating said that he'd broken his arm. I don't know where these rumours come from. Chris Arkwright now. First appearance in the starting 13. He was on the substitutes bench on Sunday, but he didn't make an appearance. Devine brings it left to Jones. Saints bringing it blindside. Devine again. Saints move it to the right. Shane Cooper along the line. Neil Holding. Paul Farber tries to get past his man. He just evades him. Couldn't release the ball. 2 Hull men come in with a crunching tackle. Noel Cleal, one of them. This ex-Australian test second row forward. Well, pressure there. David Large hurried up that wing from a perfectly flighted Neil Holding kick. The Hull man had to kick the ball into touch, and the scrum downs to be formed 10 yards from the Hull line with the Saints feed yet again. So pressure there on Hull. Speedman Large being used, and Saints win possession. Spread it quickly. Gary Connolly. Quick play the ball from the Saints. Hull line up. Shane Cooper getting things going. Beavers out to McCormick. Yes, he's in for the score. Superb try from McCormick. A superb try from Kevin McCormick there. His first appearance this season. He was once linked with the high-flying Spenders in the 2nd Division, Rochdale Hornets. He did have a trial with them. He scored 3 tries, I believe, on his debut try, but terms were arranged, but Kevin couldn't agree personal terms. He didn't go. I've not seen much of him this season, but he's been called upon today, and he's certainly a speed merchant, and he had an extended run in the first team a couple of seasons ago, but he's never been consistent since Shelford dropped on him when Saints played at Wigan, Central Park. He'd pulled a hamstring, he was down on the floor, and Shelford came in and just jumped all over him. But he showed a fine turn of pace there, quick hands. Shane Cooper with a lovely lofted ball over to Phil Beavers, and a perfectly timed pass to Kevin McCormick, and he went in at the corner. Sean Devine, well, that looks good, does it? Oh, just takes across the face of the posts. But it's 4 points to nil in Saints' favour. Just over 4 minutes gone. And a good start. Good start for the Saints there. I'm sure today's matchday mascot Mark Genion and his mum and dad will be quite chuffed with such a good start for the Saints. David Large now. Both wingmen from Sunday, Tony Kay and Alan Hunt. Now whether Hunt's with the under-21s, I don't know, but I reckon Tony Kay's took a knock. Paul Grove's injured. Roy Haggerty's got an injured shoulder. He's just on the substitutes bench today. And Hull penalised there for moving up in an offside position at the play of the ball and not before time too. I don't know whether you went to Hull or you watched the Hull video when Saints come up with the 2 points there earlier on in the season. A great 34 points to 24 win. But I hope you'll appreciate that our position here for your video enjoyment is much better than the paltry video conditions that Brian Smith and his clan give the opposing side over in the Thripney stand at the Boulevard. He has his own little cockpit, his crow's nest, to conduct his video. Divine there, bursting through. Bateman, the ball's still loose. Well, a knock-on going to be ruled. Just as saying on about Brian Smith, he has his own crow's nest and what have you. He takes care of his own, but they don't cater for the opposing spectators and the videos, I should say, not the spectators, the video team, just as we do here at Nosey Road. We cater for the opposition as well. But it's a scrum down, 10 yards outside the Hull 25. It's Hull to feed. Hull get possession. Saints taking the scrums 2-1 at present. Solid tackling there, Gary Connolly making the extra man. Saints will have to keep Hull up there, keep the pressure on. Solid tackling, this is the name of the game. Certainly our tackling could do with tightening up, and it certainly looks as though Shane Cooper has been getting into the lads and making sure it has been tightened up. But a forward pass rule there as Paul Wellham comes away with the ball. Ball comes out Saints side, Mark Bailey, but unfortunately he knocks on. Unlucky there, Mark Bailey. The ball was kicked out, Sean Devine couldn't take it, but Hull now from the second scrum. And Hull come away with possession, moving it crossfield. Shane Cooper in there at tackle with Neil Holding and Mark Bailey. It's like second row, I can't, is it Russ Walker? I just can't make no, it's the full back, it's Richard Gay with the headgear. But Hull just getting into the Saints half now. Lee Jackson, the hooker, that's acting half back. Arkwright and Holding taking to ground. Greg Mackey onto Pearce. Well, a lofted forward pass there. But no fear. Phil Beavers over on the far side. He tackles his man and bangs him into touch. He's taking a knock in the tackle there as Phil. Saints physio goes over there to treat Phil Beavers. But it's a scrum down. 10 yards short of the halfway. Saints come up with the ball. David Large coming through on the opposite diagonal. Looking to inject a bit of pace. The wingmen didn't get much chance on Sunday. It was most a forward battle. But with two speedy lads on the wing today, not as Alan Hunt and Tony Kay aren't speedy, but Saints seem to be using them this evening. Well, Divine, as Jones came up, Jones couldn't take it. Whether he was on the jump dummy run or not, I don't know, but it well went down. Gary Pearce taken down centre field. It's Pearce and Mackey you're going to have to watch. Two wily characters, especially this Pearce with his kicking. But it's Hull moving the ball. A real blustery evening. Been really windy all day, and Hull playing with the aid of the breeze. I think in this first half it usually blows down that way, but the flags are not blowing much at present, are just building up now. But it's Hull in possession. He's lost the ball. Knock on. Managed to gather it back just before, I think it was Stuart Evans that was just going to pick it up. Just over 10 minutes gone, 4 points to nil, courtesy of Kevin McCormack in the 4th minute. Sean Devine to feed. One against the head there. Hull moving it very quickly. Mackey along the line. Nearly lost possession, Hull there, managed to catch it safely. Jackson, Greg Mackey turns it back inside there. Big prop, Andy Dannett, inches short. Planned move from Hull, they want to get back on level terms. It's Mackey again. Loose forward Walker, Russ Walker. About 6 feet short of the Saints line. Mackey again. Well, he has to take the tackle. Superb tackle from Paul Jones. Didn't take the dummy, crunched him down, and he lost about 5 yards in that play. Gary Pearce, well, the man that was following it up was offside, but Gary Connolly had to kick it dead. Pearce with a little grubber through there. The whole man that was chasing it was offside, but you can't afford to let it go. You never know with these refs. But Gary Connolly kicks it dead, and Saints are forced to drop out from between their own sticks. Neil Holding, it hangs in the breeze, goes the 10 yards, loose ball, Mark Bailey takes it. Inside to Jones. Support there from Bateman. Takes on the charge now. Chris Arkwright plays it in field. All offside. But it's Sean Devine. He's still moving, this lad. Brilliant game on Sunday. And he certainly looks the part tonight, doesn't he? Chris Arkwright now brings it blindside. Stuart Evans. Block-busting run. He'll take some sting out of this whole pack tonight. Cooper and Devine there. Unlucky there. Saw the gap. Just going to shoot through, and he's unlucky. He lost his foot in. Neil Holding has to take the tattle. Sixth and final tattle signified. Holding brought down midway between the whole 25 and the halfway line. Cooper on the sixth tattle tries to grub her through. Noel Cleal picks it up. Got to get this fella down. Crusher Cleal, as he's known. Tremendously powerful second rower or centre, play anywhere, real utility man is Cleal. Unfortunately didn't play when Saints was at the Boulevard. He had a broken arm. But he's back in the team tonight. He's captain. As Hull move it left, Mackey tries to get things going. Hull coached by their Australian coach Brian Smith. He snapped Greg Mackey up under Warrington's noses. Hull kick down. Connolly comes away with it. He's brought down just short of the 25-yard line. David Large, attacked in halfback. Scampering away. Walker and right centre Brian Black have come in. But it's David Jones, Paul Jones, I do beg your pardon. Chris Arkwright, Neil Holding. Positional kicking from Holding. He's against the breeze, but Richard Gay gathers it. Well, he evades two tackles. He's hurrying down the main stand side. He did well there. Farber in at the tackle with Neil Holding, it looks like. Crusher Cleal trying to create a bit of space. Look at this man's strength. He's powered there. 10-15 yards forward with two players hanging on his back. But it's Hull on the charge again, and Saints will have to make the tackles count. The ball coming loose. Stuart Evans, I think it was, that wrenched it free, but Chris Arkwright picked it up. Beavers now attacked in halfback. Short ball to Andy Bateman. Playing well, this lad. Saints move it along the line. Farber now into space, beats one tackle. Cooper again, marshalling his players, just getting them organised to what he wants. Neil Holding kicks over this side, it's taken by Paul Eastwood. Speedy lad, this Eastwood. But McCormick follows him up and brings him down. Saints penalised for not lining up in a correct manner, in referee Holdsworth's opinion, that is, at the play of the ball. Noel Cleal is telling Paul Eastwood to go for goal. Now this game rearranged from last Sunday when Saints was in the preliminary round against Castleford, and the Rugby League, they try and get these games, you're supposed to arrange them within the following week if you can. Saints a bit injury ravaged, and certainly put in a good performance against Castleford last Sunday. I didn't think we'd have won, to be quite honest, but a brilliant performance. Saints putting their act together, coming out with a superb 39 points to 12 win. Devine with 22 points, with 9 goals and a try. 2 tries from Bateman, 1 from Haggerty, 1 from Evans. A superb team performance. Eastwood now with the wind. Lofts it right between the sticks. Let's hope Saints can capitalise with this wind advantage in the second half. So after 16 minutes play, 4 points to 2 in Saints' favour. As I said, the corresponding league fixture up at the Boulevard. Saints won 34 points to 22. 34 points to 24, I beg your pardon. 3 tries from Paul Groves. Good backing up that night from Groves. Paid dividends. Try from Tanner, Loughlin and Frodsham, and 5 Paul Loughlin goals. But we're without all those players tonight. Groves, Tanner, Loughlin and Frodsham all on the injured list. But Saint's being penalised there. Referee Holdsworth, I don't know whether he's signifying an over-exuberant tackle. He must have reckoned it was a little bit high there. He's just having a chat with Paul Farber. The Hull man's down on the ground. Well, it looks like Crusher Cleal that took a knock. But solid tackling's the name of the game. I'll tell you something, he's down on the ground now, but you never see these Aussies, and there's some tackling in this Aussie game, but it's very rare that they take any injuries, and he knocks down under, isn't it? But anyway, he's having treatment there. Referee Holdsworth's awarded the penalty. It looks as though he's having a bit of a word with Cleal as well, I don't know. While he's on the ground. Well, Saints have been penalised. Gets to his feet now, does Crusher. Gary Pearce with the ball in his hands. Finds touch about 5 yards inside the Saints half. Blacker to restart, is it? Well, immediately put down. Well, there's another one on the ground. What's up with him at all? Can't you tackle him tonight? Dannett it is this time. Perhaps he was just dismayed at knocking on there. But it's Sean Devine to feed. Hull pushing the tackle. Well, he's penalised Devine for offside, and Hull were charging in there at the tackle. Well, nothing for us tonight off referee Holdsworth. Hull being awarded another penalty. Hull kick downfield and fine touch in the Saints 25 just. It's Jackson to restart. Plays it to himself, moves upfield. Mackey attacked in half-back. Looking for the runners, the strong Hull runners. Saints have to get back. Hull moving forward, 10 yards from the Saints line now. Mackey again. Well, superb tackle from Beavers. A superb crunching tackle there. In with the shoulder, and the popular side erupts here with chance of Beavers, and what a superb tackle. That old man is still down. He'll certainly know about that, won't he? Arkwright on to Evans. Shane Cooper at dummy half. Hull move up very quickly. Andy Bateman has to take the tackle. Well, Saints being given no room at all. 6 tackles is signified. Well, number 10 there moving up, Carl Harrison. Referee Holdsworth not penalising him, he certainly saw him. We're all in possession. Superb tackle again there. Cooper, he's got the bit between his teeth, and he heard there. Heard up after his man. Bailey brings him down. Eastwood is it, and Brian Blacker. But Saints tackling holds firm. Mark Bailey again. Lee Jackson didn't know what to do with it. All in possession, just inside the Saints half. Greg Mackey, lofted ball to Blacker. Evans comes down, he just misses Evans. Farber touches it, the ball's kicked on. Well, he must be offside, surely. 25-yard dropout. Very unlucky there. Farber charged it back, he just couldn't grab hold of it. The Hull man was offside. Saints restart, quick tap start onto Kevin McCormick. Certainly a good, exciting, pulsating game, and halfway through this first half we are now. 4 points to 2 the score. Both teams needing the points. Saints in 6th position in the league and Hull in 8th. Andy Bateman running hard. Paul Wellham grips him round the top, and Lee Jackson, I think it was, round the legs. Sean Devine. Saints spreading it right. Shane Cooper back to Neil Holding into space. Good tackling on the far side from Hull. Cooper spreads it again. Saints into space, lofted ball from Farber. Well taken by McCormick, but he has to come inside. Slips it out to Farber, but he puts it down. Well, Cleal goes into Farber. A little aggressively there. But it's Hull in possession. Gary Pearce attacked in half-back. Wellham, he moves it left. And it's all on the charge now. Inside ball there. Harrison. He flicks it out to loose forward. Russ Walker. He's grounded just a couple of feet short. It's all on the charge now. Greg Mackey, lofted ball. Onto the far side. Neil Turner. Well, forced into touch again. Some solid tackling on that far side. Beavers involved again. Good crunching tackle from Saints. Play anywhere now. It is Phil Beavers, usually the full-back, but with the injuries drafted into the centre. Saints come up with the ball from the scrum. Hull moving up very quickly. Can penalise Saints for offside, can't he? But at the scrum. Anyway, forward it is. Moving upfield. All on the referee's right again. Hull move up very quickly. Arkwright. Lofted ball through Bateman's hands. Paul Jones picks it up. And it's Saints again, moving it quickly to the left. Neil Holding, short ball to Beavers. Back inside to Holding. What solid Hull tackling. They're moving in very quickly and smothering the man so he can't release the ball. Gary Connolly forced to kick upfield. Richard Gay takes it well. Beats one man. Neil Turner was moving up with him. Crusher Cleal now from acting halfback. Scampers through, but Chris Arkwright clamps him and bangs him down. Greg Mackey. Well, certainly looks like an obstruction move there, but it's Gary Pearce. Brought down short. Connolly was in there, but who was it? Mark Bailey that completed the tackle. Hull tried to scamper through. Solid tackling from the Saints. The ball now with Crusher Cleal. Trying to force his way through, he releases it. And Saints force the Hull side back. Sixth and final tackle now. Greg Mackey, lofted ball. Awkward in the breeze. Superb take. David Ladd takes it, rounds his man, and he's off on a run. Inside ball there, Sean Devine. Support there from Bateman. Can Bateman do it? Oh, superb cover from Hull there. But the Saints open the defence up. Quick play from, they're still on the charge now. It's still going. Tremendous ball handling skills. Shane Cooper there. Gary Connolly. Saints bring it left. Beavers. He spreads it to Cooper. Out there, David Ladd again. But tremendous Hull defence. Sixth tackle for Saints now. What exciting rugby here at Nosey Road tonight. Shane Cooper, lofted kick against the breeze. Oh, well, yes. Good ploy there from Cooper, and the Hull man has to kick it dead. So Hull forced to drop out from between the sticks. The Saints crowd gets behind them. 25 minutes gone, 4 points to 2 the score. Tremendous movement upfield there. David Ladd, was it Sean Devine it was, and then Andy Bateman. But he's against the wind and the Hull man caught him. But Hull covered up very well, didn't they? Farber takes it just in his own half. Builds up a head of steam. Drives upfield, takes the tackle. Neil Holding now. Saints bring it blindside. Paul Jones. Runs well, Jones. Nearly up to the 25. Arkwright looking for the half gap. Oh, has the ball wrenched from his grip. But surely that man there, he picked it up. It touched, it was an offside decision, that. Well, Neil Holding must have said to referee Holdsworth it was offside. I think the ball hit Cleal and it came forward, and a man in front of Cleal picked it up. Referee Holdsworth didn't spot it, perhaps Neil did, and just whispered in referee Holdsworth ear, but he took exception to it. Hull are awarded the penalty. The fine touch just inside the Saints' half. What a pulsating game. 4 points to 2. Both sides needed the points. Hull putting pressure on the Saints on their own line, and then Saints coming away there, right to the Hull end of the field. Cleal now, inside ball to Wellham. Crash down there. Cleal again attacked in half-back. Hull moving it along the line. Richard Price was coming on the diagonal run, but he couldn't. The Hull man couldn't release the ball. Carl Harrison. Sixth and final tackle. Russ Walker taking up the dummy half position. Mackey, but it's too deep, surely. Yes, it's going to be too deep. The ball coming round. Saints to start with a 25-yard tap. Farber. Oh, Saints there just getting mixed up, but Bailey does well. He covers up. The ball meant for Kevin McCormick, but Bailey did well. He took it, he covered well. And Stuart Evans there. Chris Arkwright attacked in half-back. Andy Bateman up the blind side. Four-man Hull tackle brings him down. Bailey moves it infield. Arkwright along the line. Cooper, quick hands onto Jones, into space. Gary Connolly, diagonal run. Larges, oh, I thought he got through there. I was just going to say Larges on his right. Saints want to quick play the ball, but Hull are lying on. Saints moving it left again. They're certainly putting some lovely rugby together tonight. Holding, lovely ball out to Cooper, inside to Beavers. Back to Bateman, gives the dummy, scoots, oh, scoots through there. I thought Evans was going to take it, but the ball going down, and Hull are back in possession. Paul Wellham did well to take that right under his chin. Awkward ball. Rich Eastwood from acting halfback. He'll have a run, no doubt. No, he turns it in field. Andy Dannett. Lee Jackson acting halfback. On to Carl Harrison. Evans takes him down. Hull again, spreading it. Both teams spreading it. But it's Greg Mackey looking for runners. Richard Gay, awkward lad this fellow. But he's bungled down this time. Farber and Bateman complete the tackle. Gary Pearce. Well, it's going to go dead, that, isn't it? Diagonal grubber through from Pearce. Whether he was trying to grub us into touch or not, I don't know. But the ball going directly dead. I'll get it right in a minute, won't I? David Large. Saints using both of these wingers in midfield. They certainly showed his pace as Large as Kevin McCormick. Paul Jones, centre field, straightening up. Brought down midway between the Saints 25 and the halfway. Shane Cooper looking for runners. Feeds it back inside. Stuart Evans takes it. Up centre field, Evans pushes one off, looking to release. The ball goes down. Kevin McCormick it was. No, it's not. I do beg your pardon. It's Sean Devine in the centre field. But the ball had gone forward. A scrum down to be formed with a Hull feed. 10 minutes remaining of this first half. 4 points to 2 still the score. Greg Mackey to feed. The Saints faithful, not impressed with that feed. But when Saints were up at the Boulevard at Hull, Saints snuffed out Pearce and Mackey. In fact, Pearce went off injured. That put paid to the Hull charge. Inside ball there to Carl Harrison, looking for support. Chris Arkwright's there, and Harrison passes to him. Saints break quickly. Farber. Oh, unlucky there. Neil Holding just coming back for the return pass, but a good clamp tackle there from Hull. Well, referee Holdsworth is not having any. Neil Holding trying to scamper through, just penetrates the Hull half. Hull lying on in the tackle. Shane Cooper spreads it right. Chris Arkwright, Paul Jones into space. Lofty ball to David Large, can't take it. Touches his fingertips and goes to ground, and the Hull man picks it up. Noel Cleal lurking over there on the far side. But it's Hull now in possession, just inside the Saints half, trailing by 4 points to 2. Andy Dannett, he flicks it back to Jackson, he spreads it across field. It's loose forward Walker, tries to turn it in field, but Farber and Bateman it is that clamp him up. Gary Pearce from the acting half-back position. But a Hull man injured on the far side. Noel Cleal brings his man inside on a diagonal run. It's, is it Richard Price, is it Brian Blacker? No, it's Richard Price on the far side. Greg Mackey, chip and run. Connolly reads it well. Certainly moved in and Connolly moves upfield. Greg Mackey saw the gap, but Connolly moved in exceptionally quickly. Another 6 tackles waved on as the whole man had kicked the ball. Sean Devine looking for space. Feeds it inside to Cooper. But Arkwright has to take it, he releases it to Jones. Saints keeping the ball moving. Jones passes round, well he dummies. I thought he'd released it to David Large. But Hull took the dummy and Saints come away with it. Along the line, quickly. Quick hands, Neil Holding has to straighten it up. Into space, Andy Bateman. Kevin McCormick there, he's on this left wing, he's looking for some action. Shane Cooper up centre field. Got to follow the man with the ball, as I've said Sunday. Chris Arkwright. Lofted ball, well, kneeling interception there from Gary Pearce. He reads this ball well, does Pearce. Prolific goal kicker and positional kicker. Nearly read it well there from Chris Arkwright, but he knocked on. A scrum down to be formed just short of the halfway line. Sean Devine to feed. I think it's 5-4 in the scrums for the Saints. The Saints moving quickly. Connolly in the line. Hull defence holds firm, clamps Connolly well. Vivas is acting half-back. Hull moving up to referee Holdsworth's right very quickly. Cooper, inside ball there again. Tidied up by Connolly. Chips it through. Hull come up with possession. Perhaps it was for David Large, that little chip. But the Hull man tidied up. 33 minutes gone. 4 points to 2 still the score. Hull in possession. Sean Devine in there at the tackle with Paul Jones. Well, a short ball there, certainly looked to hint forward onto Carl Harrison. Richard Gay at full back moves up. Inside ball to Andy Dannett. The ball's loose again. Well, he managed to see that offside, didn't he? And Shane Cooper, and it come forward to Stuart Evans, but he didn't manage to see the Hull one before when it came to Cleal. And when Holding questioned it, he got told Cooper's questioning the decision there now. It was offside, there's no doubt about it. But if it's good for one, it's good for the other, isn't it? But a chance now for Hull to level it up. 34 minutes gone and Eastwood's going to have a go for goal. Marcus Charles there, the substitute back for Hull. Signed just before the cup deadline from Dewsbury. Paul Eastwood now. Just inside the 25, perhaps about 10 yards to the right of the uprights, if that. Hull trailing by 4 points to 2 at present. Well, the ball rolling over again, referee stops the clock, somebody's going to have to hold it. The Saints this week, they've appointed a new coach, successor to Alex Murphy. It's Mike McClellan, the ex-New Zealand Test Centre, 46 years of age. He's coming for the Bramley match, hopefully, on a 2.5-year contract. Certainly the Kiwi connection more strong with the Saints now. Eastwood bangs it between the sticks, levels the scores up with just about 4 minutes of normal time remaining. Sean Devine, centre field to kick off. Brian Blacker into space. Hull with the tails up now, just levelling the scores up. Andy Dannett running through. It's been a good solid game. There's been some good rugby from both sides and good defences as well. Brian Blacker now gives the dummy, but Bailey comes in, brings him down. Lee Jackson at dummy half. Hull spread it left. Mackey on to Cleal. Strong bullocking run from Cleal. He's got to be clamped, this man. Evans clamps him. There's the ball quickly. Lee Jackson from acting half-back. Nearly scampered through. Sixth and final tackle. You can bet this ball will be up in the air. Oh, a knock on. And the changeover rule, yes. It was the sixth tackle. And the Lee Jackson, was it? He knocked on. Big disappointment from Hull. For Hull, I should say. But Chris Arkwright there, centre field. Saints back in possession. Stuart Evans trying to clear the ranks. Well, the ball drenched from Evans' hands. Cleal comes up with it, a lofted ball. Well, he can't take it. Saints knock on, he couldn't take it. Eastwood knocked on, then it went to Bailey. Bailey knocked on. The initial knock on, perhaps, from Eastwood will be ruled. We'll just see, yes, he's given Saints to feed. Sean Devine to feed. No advantage to Saints, but Saints come up with the ball there. Breaking quickly. Sean Devine, solid tackling. Did well, kept going. He's in with the big boys now and he's playing hard, isn't he? Quick hands, Jones. Connolly looming on his right. Jones, solid tackling from Hull, it must be said. Pearce and Walker. Palmer into space. 10 yards outside the Saints 25. Saints in possession. 2 minutes remaining in this first half. The score's all tied, 4 points apiece. David Large forced into touch on the main stand side. Hull come up with possession from the scrum. Breaking quickly. Diagonal run from Richard Price. Beavers and Bailey complete the tackle and Richard Gay attacked in half-back. Gary Pearce, Hull moving it left. Left winger there, Neil Turner. Brought down in possession. Hull, centre field, Carl Harrison. Midway between the Saints 25 and the halfway line. Diagonal run onto Andy Dannett. Richard Price there, took a knock, just received treatment. Limping back over there to the far side. Sixth and final tackle for Hull. Paul Wellham, out here to Blacker. Chip through. Gonna go touching goal. Touching goal is the order of the day, and Saints to restart with a tap from the centre of the 25. Playing in stoppage time now, just a bit of stoppage time for the goal kick for Eastwood. And the injury before to Noel Cleal. But 4 points apiece. A good pulsating, hard, tough game. As I said before, both sides needing points. Bateman bursting through there. Can the Saints move upfield before the hooter goes? The 50 odd yards to go, and it's Chris Arkwright now. Hull are going to make a substitution, they may not have to. The half-time hooter might go. Beavers, reverse pass, Mark Bailey. Sixth tackle now. Cooper onto Beavers. Diagonal kick, crossfield. But it holds up in the breeze. Richard Gay brought down in possession as Beavers follows his kick up. Greg Mackey scampering away. Looking to create a bit of space. Well, there's the half-time hooter before the substitution can be made. So at half-time the score here is 4 points each. Saints opened the scoring with a 4th minute Kevin McCormick try, and then 2 Paul Eastwood goals in the 15th and 36th minute was the reply. So at half-time of this pulsating Stones Bitter League Championship clash, it's 4 points each. Well, back with you now at Nosey Road for the second half for this pulsating Stones Bitter League Championship clash. All score at half-time, 4 points each. No substitutes for the Saints, but Marcus Charles has come on at half-time for number 4, Richard Price. They were trying to substitute him just before the half-time hooter. But it's Saints to kick off. Sean Devine kicks it deep. No doubt, well, I hope Saints will make more use of the wind than Hull have. They had the win for the first half. But a good game, both teams running hard and some good touches. Saints defence holding out firm when Hull were pressing on the line, and it's just 2 Eastwood penalty goals against 1 Kevin McCormick try. That has the scores all level. Gary Connolly going cross-field as Hull kick the ball upfield. Mark Bailey straightens up, looks for the gap. Solid tackling from Hull. No doubt plenty of words of wisdom for Saints caretaker coach Shane Cooper, and from the Hull coach Brian Smith. Neil Holding now gives the dummy, loses his footing, feeds it inside to Farber. Farber releases it to Devine. Still going is Devine. Chris Arkwright back to Farber. Sixth and final tackle now. Evans, well, goes down with the ball. Change over is ruled. Perhaps Saints had miscounted there. That ball should have gone to a kicker. But it's Carl Harrison holding possession. Greg Mackey attacked in half-back. Andy Dannett. But Hull moving steadily up to the Saints 25. Mackey again onto Pearce. Along the line, Richard Gay linking up. Passes the ball round there to, Paul Eastwood. Just loses his footing. But Hull moving 30 or 40 yards upfield. Well, obstruction there, surely. But it's Crusher Cleal driving for the line. Takes some pulling down, is he in? Yes, Cleal's in. Certainly a hint of obstruction there from Greg Mackey as he came across, but he fed the ball to Crusher Cleal, and he'll take some pulling down, won't he, like a rampaging bull as he run diagonally for the line, and he touches down 15 yards to the left of the sticks. Just over 2 minutes gone, and Hull take the lead for the first time in this match. Hull moving it quickly to the left, as I said, in my opinion. Greg Mackey there giving an obstruction. But the ball went to Cleal. He finished off in good style, good finishing. And it's Paul Eastwood now looking to tag the extra points on. He'll give Hull a 6-point cushion. He does. So the Saints 6 points behind after 3 minutes play in the second half. Saints have played 13 games in the league. They've won 8, lost 5, 3-5, 9-4, 2-7-6 against and 16 points. Hull, they've played 1 more, they've only won 6, drawn 1, lost 7, 2-5-4, 2-5-3 against, 13 points. They're in 8th position, both teams needing points. And it's been certainly a good game so far this evening. Cooper and Farber. Well, he lost the ball in the tackle. He's trying to say Paul Farber wrenched it out of his hands. I remember somebody on the Saints side in the first half going having a word with the referee, but he penalised him. Saints come up with the ball from the scrum. Neil Olin does well. Mark Bailey does equally well. He took it off his bootlaces there. Evans on the charge. Saints will have to hit back in good style now. Cooper, Saints faithful get behind him. Forber charging for the corner. Looking for support. Turns in the tackle. Can't release. Evans flings it inside. Neil Olin, short ball to Jones. Superb tackling from Hull. Arkwright trying to work a loop movement with Olin, but the ball's knocked back by a Hull man. Should be another 6 tackles, that. Surely. No, he's not give it. It's the last one. Phil Beavers lofts it up in the air. Pressure on Hull. Loose ball. Hull man has it. It's gone back. But Hull come up with possession. Lee Jackson. Inside. Big prop down it. Hull spreading it quickly. Took that ball well. Chris Arkwright clamps him. Marquis Charles attacked in halfback. Well, aggressive tackling in there on Shane Cooper. By prop forward Harrison. On to Marquis Charles, but Beavers has him. Tremendous clamp tackle from Beavers. 6th. Well, that must have been the 6th tackle, the turnover. Just getting carried away there. Paul Jones. Evans coming through on the burst. Well, he's still going, Evans. Wellham and Dannett pull him down. Hull are looking to make another substitution as Arkwright creates a gap. Releasing it to Andy Bateman. Cleal looking for the intercept there. But it's Saints on the charge now. Did well Devine, took it well. Still going Devine. Feeds it to Bateman, on to Jones. Well, just one pass too many there. Cooper rakes it back. Saints on the charge again. Overlap on the left, surely. Forward. Oh, it's down again. And Hull come up with possession. Unlucky there. But Saints captain Shane Cooper, he did well there. He raked that ball back. When it's down on the ground for playing, it's opened to attack. And Cooper raked it back. But Hull are in possession now, just outside their own 25. Carl Harrison powering his way upfield. Good 10-yard burst. Hull now taking up the running. Cleal again. Cooper has him this time. Beavers comes in. And Evans lends an extra pound. Got to get in on this big man. Marquis Charles. Hull bring it blindside. Pearce tries to get it into touch, but David Large takes it well. Marquis Charles tries to get him. Oh, David Large, he ducks under the tackle. He's brought down midway between the halfway line and his own 25. Andy Bateman from acting halfback. Forward again from Chris Arkwright. Right on the halfway line. 6 points to, 10 points to 4 in Hull favour. Shane Cooper took it well. Neil Olin now. Looking for the half gap, he's holding. Connolly feeds it left along the line. Shane Cooper, Sean Devine comes back inside. Still going Devine, no way through for him. 6th and final one now. Cooper, lofted ball, Beavers, quick hands. David Large, he'll kick it. Well, yes, all on Beavers. Inside ball to Cooper. Connolly's with him. Can Connolly do it? It's Joe Arkwright. Yes! Arkwright's there. And Saints go over a superb try. Finished up by Chris Arkwright. Right under the sticks. Well, David Large took the ball down the wing. He chipped up, I said he'd kick. It hit the Hull wingman, Neil Turner. It came back to Phil Beavers. Then it went inside to Cooper. and I don't know who else it went to, but Chris Arkwright finished off in good style. I don't think referee Holdsworth would have given another 6 tackles after it had hit Neil Turner, but superb play there from the Saints. Tremendous teamwork into passing, and Arkwright finished off in good style. Well, referee Holdsworth is going to come over here and have a word with Frankie Barrer and Shane Cooper. Well, he's showed his little bit of importance, hasn't he? But it's Sean Devine now. He's going to convert this try and put Saints back on level terms. Yes, bangs it over. And the scores all level, 10 points each. Hull making another substitution with Mike Dixon coming on for loose forward Russ Walker. They must have took a knock, Walker. Dixon comes on. Saints still intact with both substitutes in the dugout. Scored all level, 10 points each. Game back in the boiling pot. Evans takes the ball from the kick-off. Finally upended there, Cleal getting to grips with him, and that's the way to tackle him round the legs. You can't go out the legs, can you? Jones, Saints moving it crossfield. What a superb try that was. Finished off by Chris Arkwright. Chris Arkwright on the 6 tackle as well. Neil Holding using this wind, and why not? Superb precision kicking there from Neil Holding. 40 yards downfield and finds touch 5 yards inside the Hull 25. The Saints faithful get behind him yet again. 10 points apiece. Half an hour of the game to go. Well, I don't know what that was in aid of there, but the touch judge going on to referee Holdsworth. But it's a Hull feed, it's Greg Mackey to feed. Well, feeding is the cry and feeding is the order of the day. But it's Hull possession. Greg Mackey attacked in half back again. Paul Wellham. Farber brings him down after Jones had got him round the legs. Chip and run from Hull. Connolly takes it bravely. Strides through the defence. Oh, brilliant run from Connolly there. 15 yards upfield. Saints spreading it quickly. Cooper, lofty ball to Neil Holding. Ducks under the defence. Well, Holding down there. David Large at dummy half. Back to Cooper, back to David Large. In the Hull 25 now. Cooper, Holding along the line, well taken by Vevers. Just as the excitement dies down temporarily, we hope. Evans from acting half-back, powering his way upfield, looking to release, not brought down, well held is said. Shane Cooper's going for a drop. Is it between the sticks? Yes. Well, it's getting a bit of a habit, this, isn't he? He popped one over on Sunday, he's banged one over tonight. It edges Saints into the lead, 11 points to 10. And as I said before, it could prove crucial, that 1 point at the end of this evening's proceedings. So Hull to kick off, the ball floating in the breeze. Cooper gets it, on to David Large, coming on the diagonal. Carl Harrison and substitute forward Mike Dixon complete the tackle. Farber, well taken down there on the 25, but he's taking a knock as Farber gets up very slowly. Arkwright on to Neil Holding, short ball there to Vevers, he has to come in field. All moving up exceptionally quickly, good solid tackling. Noel Cleal and captain, and Carl Harrison in there. Devine, overlap for the Saints. Mark Bailey inside to Kevin McCormick. What watch him go. Can he get round Richard Gay? Inside the... Oh, unlucky there. Superb rugby from the Saints. Oh, and what a tackle from Kevin McCormick there, centre field. Richard Gay moving away from acting half-back position. Well, McCormick there, he's been penalised. Is it for offside or what? I don't know. Oh, a high tackle is the signal from referee Holdsworth, and the whole man's down again. All have been awarded the penalty. And the big cheers as Roy Haggerty, 15 on his back. He's out there ready for action on the dugout. Just out of the dugout. Now, when it's Paul Farber, he took a knock before. Whether he's going to be replaced as a precautionary measure, we don't know. But Haggerty's gone back into the dugout now. Whether he's Farber's okay, he must be. Holder awarded the penalty and fine touch 10 yards from the halfway line. Full powering upfield. Solid tackling from the Saints. Chris Arkwright and Farber in there at the tackle. Andy Dannett flicks it back inside there to Mike Dixon. Gary Pearce. Cooper brings him down. Up from acting half-back. Hull trying to burst through. Saints urge to get back onside there. Pearce onto Mackey. Little chip kick through. Kevin McCormick takes it well. Looking for the way through. But solid tackling from Hull. Well, Kevin McCormick there. An illegal play the ball is ruled. So penalty. He's going to go Hull's way. And a chance for Eastwood to put Hull back in the lead. Well, Shane Cooper there is questioning the referee's decision. There's been a lot of lying on at the tackles, and Kevin McCormick there, he was being roamed all over. He tried to play it quickly, but according to referee Holdsworth, he wasn't stood up in a correct position. The penalty's been awarded Hull's way, and it's a chance now for Eastwood to put Saints back in the lead. To put Hull back in the lead, I do beg your pardon. Saints still in the lead at present by 11 points to 10. Courtesy of that Shane Cooper drop goal in the 13th minute. So the partisan crowd with the boos and cheers as Eastwood steps up, bangs it between the sticks.